I just wanna rock you, baby. She's a 8, she's a 9. She ain't no 11, but she's a dime. Dead on my line, dead I can call. You won't love from this one. She's a 9. She ain't no 11, but she's a dime. She's a dime. She should all boy you. She said she a Taurus, but I'm on side of Gemini. Said she like a bad bitch, I'm like so do I. Bitch, you wearing that dress, I'm a criminal. She might let you get away, but she don't stay the night. She always talk for some Christian Dior. You can give her what she wants, and she gon' want more. She gon' take what she can get, and she gon' get bored. She gon' turn to someone else, but the reason of herself. But I don't know who you is. Only hit me when you're faded. Only one who leaves me waiting. But they get your thoughts, but I can't control you. Got a mind of your own, only you can do ya. Switch so fast, now I'm scared I'ma lose ya. Been together for a while, and I thought I knew ya. Till you went, switch to your phone now. Hanging with the wrong crowd. Selling your soul now, just to be sold out. Guess it's on me now. Can't figure you out. I need you around, so I can sleep sound.
Okay. Damn, I gave you what I had, you know. Gonna be the reason that my heart get cold. I fly straight down the line, you fold. You drive me crazy cause I'm losing control.
Switch to your phone now. Selling your soul now, just to be sold out. Ordinary trips overseas, it's hard to carry in my sleeve. She got a different taste, but so on me, cause all I want is undivided attention. Some things you just can't buy it. A lesson, wanna get around your body. Attention, need your undivided. I need your energy to be on me. Should've give me up all your memories. I heard your ex got Tennessees. Me get your legs stretched out like a limousine. I listen to you when he never will. You complain about your bills, I pay them so you know it's real. I was trying to dive in it like a Navy SEAL. Need a shorty that was trying to build. Do a whole 360 before they sign a deal. Baby, show me all your flaws, I can make it better. You just need quality time, make it last forever. Wear your heart on your sleeve and that new problem sweater. Cause baby, I ain't trying to settle.
I got an AP rose gold, remember I ain't got no soul. I had hoes as old folk, I had dreams of going pro. Nightmares of going broke, and I ain't scared, I keep a pole. Remember I slept on the floor, them hoes can't sleep on me no more. And if a hoe don't test me first, she won't speak to me no more. I watch niggas change on me, they ain't believing me no more. She tatted my name for me too, for real, big and bold. They say you is what you eat, but I won't never be no hoe. You're the fan to the street, I'm on the jail, call my bro. And you ain't from the streets, if ain't no JP on your phone. Birthdays and holidays, if you don't call, you know you wrong. They ain't wanna see me ball, so when I hoop, I shoot alone. Yeah, I remember I would hit they line and they ain't hit me back. I remember when she ain't let me fuck, now this bitch all attached. I remember when niggas stunted on me, yeah. Every time they sent some shots, we dropped some paper, sent them back. It's been so long since you checked on me. I thought you had more love for me, but you're just like everyone.
I want it in whoa. It could be far. They want that burger and the big one. They gon' get your beat and get all of me. Long as all that money keep on calling me. So that bitch, it's time to play your role. Stay down on 10 on 4. I did this by my own. But that bitch ain't really
I can give her what she wants. I got it. And what she got, she keep it on. Cause I bought it. And what I like is a freak. I done check, she ain't cheap. The only one she busts is for me. Only bustin' me on the trick. Only bustin' me on my hit. Oh, you know what I wanna do. Try to take you over the moon. I just wanna sip of the juice, yeah. Oh, you know what I wanna do. Tryna take you over the moon.
I just wanna sip of the juice. Yeah. It's up, babe, perfect timing. Shawty body like a wine glass. 5'3" with your fine. You get better as the time pass. 1, 4, 3, you done locked it up. Put 'em to the side, had to mop it up. Tell your lame man, he ain't stopping us. Double C's, Louis V, had to cop you something. Calling the rolls. Girl, you dropped it and I drop it. Whatever to get you alone. Can you sing my name like it's a topic? Yeah, you know what I wanna do. Try to take you over the moon. I just wanna sip of the juice.
I just wanna pick it all off, pick it all up. Throw that head, doing your stuff. Do it like that, doing your stuff. I'm deep up, slow down. Ain't got rush, ain't not let me keep doing your stuff. Ain't not let her wait up. What you doing right now? I'ma slide up, money coming in, money piled up. Do it no hand, do it tied up. Baby, deal damn, got me fired up. I'm tired of it, drink it till we dry. Off a lot of it, baby, where you running from? Finna vibe up, pull up where it's safe at, baby, you gotta take that roll.
Nails on the mix.
And when your thick best friend could come me out. Shot it, shake when you want it.
I've been so passionate, skims, not SCs. Rick on bullshit, ain't never want no grass keep fine. In Miami on a jet ski, call on my man in the hallway, I told her text me. Yeah, you looking on your bitch, so you sexy. Big flappers on my feet, no grass skin. Smoking in them whip, playing with her, I'm a lefty. Asked her if she wanna be my, she said yes, please. Hey, asked her if she wanna be my, she said yes, please. Yeah, ask her if she wanna be my, she said
she don't wanna bum cause the rich. Front of nobody coming forward, but still gotta put that money first. Putting that on the shirt, pot shit Vinci. Baby drippy too, she makes the Rick on the Fendi. Then got IT, stay down and run them comments in. So bad that I might let her be my mama then. Take her on tour last, couldn't do that. I'd be in the trap selling packs, but you knew that.
I know I ain't perfect, but you know I'm still gon' try.
She wanna be my, she said yes, please.
No matter what they throw my way, know I'm still gon'
ask her if
fight.
she wanna be my, she said.
Even when it all went left, still did you right? I know that you in the wrong, but I'm still gon' ride.
Nails on the mix.
What's good, Montreal? It's your girl, DJ Nails, and you are now locked into the Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
Montreal, my city, 7:13 in the morning. This is the #1 urban morning show in the country. We are back at our battle station. We are back at the headquarters. I'm your host, Weezy Moon Chase, in the Montreal Kobe Bryant. They know that I'm nice. They hate that it's me. Oh, let me take off the carousel, Tata. Shout out to everybody on the YouTube, on the Twitch, on the Facebook, Detour 514. Make sure you find us, subscribe to us. We're also on Instagram, Detour 514. You can follow myself, W Moon Chaser, or Tamara, Angeline. I know she got her govy up there, man. So, Montreal, it's another Friday morning. It's looking kind of misty, looking kind of gray outside. This is the #1 urban morning show in the country. Shout out to DJ Nails on the ones and twos. As you guys can see, we're doing a look at Afro beats this morning. I can't even say the other word, Tata. What's called?
Piano.
No, why?
I'm a piano.
Why there's so much words in there? Hold on. Even Nails got a mic this morning. You heard her on the drop. She told you about the playlist. She gave you the Guardians of the Galaxy. DJ Nails in the building.
Good morning.
Okay, Nell's got a mic this morning. You know her as the future mayor of Montreal. The police are start using some of these kids on their backpack to radar. I can't even do this one.
That's crazy.
We have no teachers. We're missing 5,000 teachers. Basically, you could be a bum on the street and you could go teach these people's good kids right now. The future leaders of our society have nobody to educate them, Tata. Y'all came down on our sisters and brothers that wear their hijab. You say, we didn't want those teachers. Now we are 5,000 teachers less. We don't know who's teaching these kids. You could be a bum on the street teaching science and biology. Tata.
Listen, I heard it was like people with sex-free education are teaching sex 4 and stuff like that. It's madness. And it makes you think what type of government we really have running this province.
I don't know. I know what we're gonna do next. But I'll tell you this right now, Tata. I am getting my 2-week teacher certificate. I am going up in there and I'm starting teaching some of these young kids. She's the future mayor of Montreal, politically inclined. She used to be a Babylonian princess.
Oh my God. He got to change. He got to figure out something else to say.
You don't want to be a Babylonian princess?
No.
Why?
Babylon?
Babylonian princess.
Okay.
Research Babylon. Research
okay.
Babylon. Get your history up, man. Yeah, I mean, you must have skipped that course. I don't know how you graduate from high school. That history. Babylon, you go back to Babylonian time, the Woman King.
Yeah, no.
Why? What's popping up?
Babylon? Those are the people that God said to kill all the Babylonians. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to speak over my life?
Yeah, you are. So I haven't heard from you all week. I don't know. Did you disappear? What's going on, man? It's another Friday, more detail. Let's get mixy. What's good,
Listen, so it was the last week of my vacation, and I really enjoyed it. I adopted habits.
I thought you was on vacation last week.
2 weeks.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I adopted habits that I'm going to take on moving forward. You know what I mean? I have cutoff times for myself during the days. Mm-hmm. I try to reduce my phone time, and I realized I was still checking work emails, but I'm getting better at it. And it's I was really limiting my schedule. I wasn't trying to overload myself with 5-6 things a day. And I got my beauty sleep. Everyone's saying, "Oh, your skin looks so clear." Is that facial peel? Okay. But yeah, no, a lot of self-care. I love it.
You be doing your own facial peel?
I do my own facial care, my own nails, my own everything. I'm trying to even make clothes right now. If I can start making clothes, it's over. I don't know
why you're moving like you can't afford the finer things in life.
It's not about you can't afford. I want to be someone who's multifaceted. Yeah. I want to be someone who, I could call on my own talents and skills to get me by. I don't need to always just be consuming.
Well, if I'm holding my shirt, I'll come to you to fill it. I'll come to you. So much I say this morning, because we only pull out the best of the guests of them. First of all, you've seen her DJ at every freaking event that this city could probably provide. Yeah. She's one of the hottest DJs in the city, DJ KIDCRAYOLA. She started over here with Morning Detour. It was real short. She's like, I'm going to become the top DJ in the world. And she pretty much did that. So she's coming on the show. She's going to be one of the DJs on the Uncle Waffle show next week. We're supposed to give away tickets for that, but they didn't confirm with me. We also have the guys from Zero Long Talking, one of the hottest urban clothing brands out there right now. Their hats cannot even stay on the shelf. They had people like Chris Boucher and Jadakiss wearing it. So 2 weeks ago, I went up to Ottawa and I interviewed the guys. We're going back up there later on this evening to get a more in-depth, get that raw Detour vibe. But yeah, we talked about business. We talked about the brand. It's a great interview. I'm going to play a little excerpt from it on the show a little later on. And last week, I know I'm the words of this, my city. We got tickets for the North Classic brought to you by Venco. So it's the 3-day NCAA tournament that's going to be happening at Place Bell. That's in November. We got a pair of tickets for all 3 days. So I think we're going to play the adult spelling bee. Hopefully Tata can pick some words a little bit more challenging this morning.
Why?
And if we get more things to give away, we'll play that. So that'll be after the Guardians of the Galaxy mix at 8 o'clock. And so forth and so forth. Tata, let's kick you guys off here with this madness right now. I told you guys every sci-fi movie was just a hint of what's to come and what's happening. BBC News, 1 day ago, came on and said scientists grow whole model of human embryo without sperm or egg.
Oh, I saw that.
Tata, they're grown people.
I saw that.
Without sperm or egg. So hold on. We already have trouble with labels and names and norms and stuff with things we already had in place. What are you going to call this now? They're growing human embryo. For all my dudes in the hood, is like, they're basically growing people without using people to grow them. Yeah. No sperm or egg needed.
Yeah, no. So then these people are going to turn into giants, right? And start eating all of us. They're going to be cannibals.
Where's that where your mind goes? They're going to turn into giants.
I'm not for it. I think it's a sign of the end of times. And
okay, so let me give you guys a little bit more.
Take that spaceship to Mars.
So scientists have grown an entity that closely resembles early human embryo without using sperm, egg, or womb. So the Weizmann Institute team said their embryo model made using stem cells look like a textbook example of a real 14-day-old embryo. So look at that, boy. It's even released hormones that turned the pregnancy test positive in the lab.
Listen.
Where are we going? Where are we going? Montreal, my city. Do you want to coexist with a human being? Well, it's going to be more than once.
That was created in the lab?
Well, that wasn't created by conventional means. So are they gonna have different laws? Like
Wait,
you're not even
know
AI
how
at that
people-
point.
I don't know. Because remember they used to always say, don't worry, we would never clone humans. Don't worry, we would never like
And then
do
we
this
got-
on humans.
And then we got that sheet.
And that's exactly what they're doing, you know?
Right. Well, that's crazy.
I'm not for it.
Well, it's
happening regardless.
coming to a theater near you very soon. As I said at the top of the show, Quebec suffering a teacher shortage. 1 adult per classroom was a tragedy, not a game plan. So Quebec currently has 8,558 teaching positions to fill. 1,800 of those is full-time and a little bit over 6,000 and change is part-time. Nobody knows what's going on, Tata. Where are we going to get these teachers from? Are we going to take guys off the streets?
Listen, that's what happens when you want to discriminate against racialized people, knowing that racialized people really hold the brunt of the nation. You know
So,
what I mean?
so we're going to start downgrading. We're going to get to a point where we're going to accept people with just a high school diploma. And then after the next level after that will be bums on the street.
Yo, this guy is horrible.
Nels needs to get a mic. Nels the only one here with kids. I don't know. I like to know how Nels feels about someone that just used to be a crossing guard.
You're gonna have a Sec 1 prof who didn't graduate high school.
So accepting unqualified teachers as a solution speaks volumes both about the magnitude of the problem as well as the disrespect the profession faces. None of us would accept an unqualified pilot flying our plane or an unqualified doctor performing our surgery, an unqualified lawyer defending us in court. But somehow parents should be okay with a random adult winging it while trying to teach their kids vital skills that will impact both their educational and career trajectory and potentially the rest of their lives. Let's get back on all the kids be stupid.
Do you want to hear my conspiracy theory?
Well, you are the racy one.
Okay, so one, they didn't think out their plan about banning people with
the
hijabs and everything like
yeah.
that, right? So they discriminated against racialized teachers who were overqualified for their positions. And you know, realistically, they don't want people to think for themselves. So how best to get people to be totally conformed to whatever image, whatever discourse that the government perpetuates, other than dumbing them down, literally. Like we already get dumbed down with social media, with everything that's going on in society. It's crazy. Now they're going straight through the education. They don't want people to be different.
Well, they've been telling you they don't want your English behind. I was about to say another. I forgot something on the show. They don't want your English behind in Quebec anyway. So we're gonna try everything possible to alienate you. This is gonna create another exodus to Ontario.
And not just English, but also with French-speaking schools as well.
This is gonna create exodus. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen, man.
If
you have generational wealth, like, let's be honest. All the Jean-Marcs and Marie, that's going to inherit the farm and Jean too. They're not the brightest light bulb in the sky.
Homeschooling is going to increase a la max. You're going to see a lot more people are going to be homeschooling. It's going to be different.
We need a historical black college and elementary. But Tata, I didn't have to talk to you when this happened during the pandemic because I already knew you knew the vibe. 120 employees no longer with CRA after inappropriately claiming Serb. The people that worked.
Listen,
is Quebec the most? No, I gotta ask RG. Is Quebec the most corrupted province in Canada?
Did they inappropriately claim, or did they still get? Because I know some people, regular folks, were getting 2 times a month. You know what I mean? Like they weren't really keeping track.
But if you're working, you shouldn't apply for the service, especially if you're working for the CRA. That's the Canadian Revenue Agency. You should definitely not be claiming CERB because you're actually actively working for the people that's giving out the CERB.
Oh.
So how you get catch? That's why I wonder how you get catch.
You could at least like drop it to your family member that's living with you or something like that. Give them an extra cut.
Yo, they're saying they might push it to the police, which I think they should. They stole money. New Black healthcare provider directory aims to improve access to doctors for Black Canadians. This is a good look for us. Finding a Black directory for Black doctors, Tata. So a new directory of Black healthcare professionals across Canada launched Thursday. And creators of the database say its goal is to help improve access to practitioners for Black Canadians who often struggle to find providers who understand their backgrounds. Yeah, we like to see a doctor that doesn't tell us, hey, no, you can take the pain. You can take the pain.
I'm all for that.
So the directory was created by the Black Healthcare Professionals Network, an organization founded in 2021 to advance the careers of Black professionals working in healthcare and engage in advocacy. So Dr. Nikolai White, the network's co-founder and managing director, says the organization wanted to launch the directory not only to increase access to providers, but to build a network between professionals. So it helps to create an ecosystem within the Black healthcare space where other providers can find each other and start to collaborate. Let me tell you something, man. Shout out to Mr. White, man. Oh, we needed some Black healthcare professionals. Now the directory's there. So now your uncle that's been dodging the hospital for that pain in the hip, that pain in the foot, Tata, you could send him on over.
Can I say something?
Is it gonna be racy?
Okay, listen. So I'm so happy for it because even when I work with my clients and they want doulas, they want midwives, they want all this stuff, I always try to look for black doulas, black midwife, or depending on their race, right? Like, so that it makes it more relatable. I see that with my black clients, it's more relatable, period. No one can say anything. If you if you don't have shared experiences or shared history, it's gonna be difficult for clients to want to open up and even reveal their pain and communicate their needs accordingly. But this is the thing now. So at the beginning of the year when I was in the hospital, right? That's what I was on. I was like, in my head, I'm like, can I get a black nurse? Can I get a black thing? And by the time I did, cold, numb, no people skills. So I think like, even this is such a great opportunity for us, but we still need to ensure that the people that are working in healthcare care about people. If healthcare, if not health numbness, you know what I mean? And like the directory is awesome, but people skills, they need to bring the people skills. They need to bring the love for people back into it.
No, I know what you want. You want a healthcare professional with a little bit of bedside manner.
Yeah.
You want a little bedside manner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Talk to me like you're my old school auntie. You know?
It's like really listen to me, ask me what my needs are.
But I think
listen to me. Acknowledge the fact that if there's like 5 or 10 shifts changed in a day or in 12 hours, and there's someone in acute pain, that take the time to read the report. Don't come in every 5 seconds with the same questions. You know what I mean? Because people have a hard time advocating for themselves already when they're in healthcare and they're in the hospital and stuff like that. So they need to be cognizant of that.
Not to shoot them any bill, because I definitely agree with you, but also too, I think the fact that a lot of these nurses are burnt out too. Like you've been on a triple shift, so that it's hard to really stomach that warmness of people, and you've been on your feet for like 42, 72 hours. But all that to say, yeah, man, I agree with you, man. But do you know that grapefruit juice can kill you?
What?
I want to know who is funding these scientists that's coming up with all these things. I had an article about marijuana too. I was like, forget about it. I'm like, you guys, one week you guys say marijuana is good, the next week marijuana is not bad. You guys don't even know what you guys are coming and going. But apparently, the grapefruit, if you're taking certain pills and you take grapefruit,
the acid.
Yeah. No, it can amplify the drug and I totally mess you up and kill you. I didn't know.
That makes sense.
But only our like old West Indian parents are eating grapefruit. I don't see no youngsters like, yo, bro, I was at a grocery store. I had to get that grapefruit though.
Back in the day, the old Caribbeans, they used to cut it in half, put sugar on it, and scoop it out with a spoon.
Yeah, well, continue with the more mass. Did you guys see that Florida man arrested after trying to cross Atlantic in a human-powered hamster wheel? I don't know why certain people's fascination with crossing our major, large oceans, just trying stuff. Like, I'm gonna swim across. I'm gonna swim across the channel. So he created this human-sized hamster wheel, and he tried to go across the Atlantic, but they jotted him down. I know that you're not allowed to do that. So
it's like, I think you're crossing international waters or something like that, right?
Yeah, and then he did like a 3-day standoff with like the Coast Guard. He had like 2 knives.
Who knows what he was trying to smuggle in?
He also threatened to blow himself up, at which point Coast Guard officers on site contacted the Navy to determine the location of the alleged bomb. But Baluchi, which is the guy that had this hamster wheel on this water, later revealed that the bomb was not real according to the complaint. Well, I know you can't cross the Atlantic in a hamster wheel. This is what they do now.
I can't even envision how that'll go out.
I'll show you the pictures. A big hamster wheel.
Yeah, no.
If it's not a submarine, it's a hamster wheel. Some people's fascination with our seas is very interesting to me.
Me, that's scary.
You didn't see that Meg movie?
With the shark?
Yeah, with the shark.
No, I don't watch those.
No, there's things down there.
Yeah, no, I don't watch those.
We've only just I don't have the exact number, but we've only discovered like a very small portion of like the ocean.
Yeah.
Like there's still a lot below.
It's like a whole other sky.
And then if you subscribe to the conspiracy that down is up and up is down, that like space is really within.
That makes sense.
Okay.
When they go further,
I don't want to blow
down,
anybody's mind in the Matrix right now.
Yeah, that makes sense because when they go further down, like we're like, they have a hard time exploring, period. They're always finding new creatures that they've never seen before. Did you see that they even said that they found some metal that seemed to be alien-like, that seemed to be not from this earth?
They don't know what's going on. Yeah. All kinds of different things. I'm just very scared about who the first encounter the aliens will have with. Like
probably had them with us already, and we don't even know.
Yeah, well, I believe in MIB. Do you believe in MIB a little bit? Like the aliens are among us.
I strongly believe aliens are like spirits and demons and things.
Okay, so you're looking at it from like a spiritual aspect.
Yeah.
I don't think aliens are going to be in like a human form. They might be like a sparkle or something, or like a beam of light. Can't really communicate with the man.
Something that we can't see with our eyes unless they want us to see them.
Well, I just hope they don't land in North Korea first, because that would be a very harsh welcome for our alien counterparts. So much of my city. Keep it locked. I see you all on the Twitch, on the YouTube, on the Facebook. We're back at the headquarters. Moon Chaser, Tata, DJ Nails on the ones and twos. You can see her head poking up above the computer screen. I don't know what we're gonna get into. Hopefully, there's some. I think the Guardian of the Galaxy is that Dan. I can't say Tata.
I'm a piano.
Okay. Uncle Waffles is coming here next week. DJ KIDCRAYOLA is one of the featured DJs. She's one of our guests this morning. And we have a great interview from the boys from Zero Long Talking. I'm going to give away some tickets to NCAA, but that'll be after 8 o'clock, after our Guns the Galaxy is brought to you by DJ Nails. Keep it locked, because the mighty CKT 90.3 FM. It's Montreal. It's hip-hop. It's the Detour.
I always believe that the DJ set the tone for the culture.
Yo, kills.
Link with the kill them, seconds to Trinidad. Pick up the whole of them. Come on, get a no idea. Anything I do. Headline news, if you waiting, I no do. Then go say I do. Nothing but the truth, and I stop up in the booth. No life, my life, no be smarting. Remember last Christmas, Santa Claus gave me the glizzy with the switch dog. So some people no proceed this Christmas. Man, them a grasses, most of them not even Christians. Click bang, body sinking at the quicksand. See deck full of bomb like Afghanistan.
If you with me, I come in, know the enemy, them a pray, and me know they're not sorry for me. People are ball and a screen, cause we bad than we mean. Bloody crime scene, calamity. That's how we shoot out brain, figure Canada G. Make them have a experience, no gravity.
When I love up, when I dead dog. Violate people are dead dog. Should I keep in your bed, cause the Taliban's them I met them.
They know me, I'm not people want honor. Before sex in the room, kiss on your stomach. Blicky on deck, that's the ops problem. My dog whip on the stove, got the pot staring. Family in Congo need cash wire. Drag man out of the car, don't know hot wire. Black on black violence, I'm so tired. Trying to reach promised land with the flat tire. Trust issues, trusted you. Gave you my love and it backfired. Time after time, see I kept quiet. I was supposed to be free, but I felt tired. My mama used to tell me, don't be scared. Leave those things behind. Just leave those things behind.
Keep up, can't stop. Oh, singer, me, grass, on, killer. Some move, some rock, some sip liquor. Move, you, quick, keep up, girl. Drop, quicker, make a dance couple times, girl, get my picture. I bet me turn up in ya. Jiff, Jiff, Jiff. I bet me turn up in ya. Move, boo, boo, Jiff. Up in your gala, Jiff.
Are you late and you're gonna get? First of all, the earth's a call a dirt parade. Pull up your shirt, I can't. Promise you up on my side when work I want. Them up from the day when them birth apart. Them get up to the earth. The baddest thing them ever see from the earth apart. Watch them gala bubble for me. Twerk a one. Let them a say burn up, you know, say that birth a gone.
Yo, God, we not take this thing a yard. Everything crisp up abroad. No make the chopper them pricks for your car. We go hard. Y'all never think you're so broad. Yo, dog, every you're so tall. Y'all never not take this tongue and this tongue.
Feeling caught up so much and the girl in her feelings. She love me so much and the bar in her feelings. Caught up so much and the girl in her feelings. No longer close to me, lady. Yeah. I understand. Oh, no longer close to me, lady.
Montreal, my city. We're giving you the motivation this morning. If you're stuck in traffic, if you're locked on the metro, you know the thing them go on DJ Nails. Boy! Early in the morning with a bashment. Montreal, my city, 7:34. You know how we doing things. Right now.
Links are so done, get a brand new matic. Bring her up on the range, make she go race out a clip. Pussy start drip. She can't stand a good boy. She beat them like fires. 6 Sawyer in a million. When she a clean up the rifle, Load up out in a car. Windows up, every passenger stifle. You know the vibe. You know the vibe.
Yeah, shut the ever way when you wine on my body every time that it touch me, make a young girl. You call my phone when the plans get squash. Feed me now, water in a rush. Boy, I want it fast, so I get it in a hurry. Hit me now, I'll be in a lobby. Love how you been, good time. You're my diamond love, and I'll never need your money. Touchdown, hands free, look so sexy. Wind up your body on me. Hey, shut up, come and wind up your body on me. Boy, I love how you touchdown, hands free, look so sexy. Wind up your body on me. Hey, shut up, come and wind up your body on me. Yeah. Boy, I wanna sit on your lap and cry, cause the temptations make me high. I need it, keep it coming back to me.
Yes, Maya and Beanie Man. If you don't know, we had Maya on the show. What a great thing it was. She do the thing. Beanie Man got his new album out, Simmer. Make sure you get that. You know we do things.
What's good, Montreal? It's your girl, DJ Nels, and you are now locked into the Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
Hold on, Nels. Give me 2 bottles to come back. Montreal, my city, 7:36 in the morning. Let the drama be known. Let the haters be clear. You heard us on the drop with the Deion Sanders. I am him, she is her. Moon Chaser, Tata, DJ Nails, the number 1 every morning show in the country. This is the Morning Detour. Now you know our favorite segment, boy. We love when Tata give us that hip-hop news. What's going on in these streets? You better get some Kanye in there.
Stop it. Listen. Okay. So first I want to start with a question that's been going around Black Twitter. It's been going around social media like crazy. Okay. So the question is a woman wrong for keeping a baby that the man told her he didn't want? So the question has been going crazy on social media. I am tired of seeing it. But you know, I'm nosy. I like to be inner people's business. You know what I'm saying?
You get me.
I'm a little too inner, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What they say? Sumun? Sumun. That's
you want to be a Haitian chick so bad.
No, I
Maybe
don't.
in another life you're
I
Haitian.
just love all Caribbean. Anything Caribbean.
Nah, you really like Haitian though.
Okay, so that question has been going around and people have been tearing up the comments like crazy.
What's the vibe?
I mean?
What's the vibe?
First, I want to tell you my vibe.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure you were.
This is from a Black feminist standpoint, right? I don't believe in forcing anyone to be a parent, period. But at the same time, I do realize that in a relationship, let's say if the male partner wants to keep a child and the female partner does not want to, she can still go and get an abortion.
Yeah, and he can't do nothing about it.
He can't do nothing about it, right? So I don't really agree with it, but what I do agree with is people treating children like legacy.
Yeah.
You see how a lot of the Caucasian community, the Jewish community, they treat their children like legacy. They look at having children as passing down an inheritance, passing down a legacy, generational wealth. Black people need to look at that the same way. Per and Paul, regardless if it was a mistake, if you didn't want it, if you go and have sex, especially unprotected, and it's a possibility and a child comes out, people need to stop looking at children like burdens and start looking at children as legacy. If the Black community would look at children as a legacy, they would automatically step into their roles and as responsible parents and do what they need to do to build up the next generation.
Well, you know, Tata, I see your energy this morning. I see we're getting our Stephen A and Shine this morning. It sounds good. It's beautiful. Yeah, man. You know, Nels, some positive thinking and look at things like, our kid's a legacy. But you know what? My bills don't have feelings. And some kids, if you're already Black, right? Or maybe we start in a situation where we're like middle to bottom of the socioeconomic ladder. So we're already working with less. And the girl's already a waste. Now I'm saying all girls have babies that are one of a waste, but the girl's already a waste, and you have the baby now, right? Now your back's against the wall. You have this kid that one of the partners is unwanted, and now we're gonna struggle. So you think continuing this legacy of struggle is good as well?
I don't think continuing the legacy of struggle, but I believe
because if you cannot afford to have a kid, and yes, you're irresponsible and you have unprotected sex, and you had a kid now, you should still have that kid in just because the vibe of having a legacy is blessed.
But this is the thing, baby boy, the kid's here already.
No, well, it wasn't here already all the way there.
No, yeah, one of the parents doesn't want. Okay, so a lot of the questions were saying that, you know, some even women were tuning in, and they were saying that, you know, if the woman decides to go ahead and have the kid, and the father does not want to, or the partner does not want to, then it's the woman's responsibility to not chase after or not complain about that person being non-existent or a deadbeat if they already let it know that they is a deadbeat.
But you do understand that you guys have all the power. You guys, the women, have all the power because you're going to carry the baby, right? So really, at the end of the day, whatever you feel like, that's how this is going to go. A man could never force a woman to keep a baby. I've never seen that in Forget It.
Well, I've known people who the father actually wanted to keep the child.
And the woman?
And went into depression because the woman went and had an abortion without his
Yeah, for sure.
You know? So that's why I said it has to come back to responsibilities, period.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like if people would treat children, like I said, like their responsibilities, you can't be more concerned about a job than another human being.
How about we stop having sex with people that we don't want to have kids with? Let's try to. But listen. I know. You was in the old port partying with some of your Arab friends. He knew the owner. Y'all were popping bottles. She looked like Kim Kardashian. I know. But after 35, we gotta make better decisions. Because my biggest fritata, I have nightmares about it. Having unwanted babies. Or having a baby with a woman that really, you know, you can't really co-parent with. That must be I see some of my friends go through things. That must be one of the worst vibes in life.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, boo-hoo. Because, you know, if men are still concerned with this, why not?
Oh, he fired me this morning.
Up. Why not?
Let now pull up the comment section in the YouTube and the Twitch. Let's know how you feel. What is our question this morning?
Is a woman wrong for keeping a baby that the man told her he didn't want?
Okay, I want to ask that in two parts. Because I know guys that have told women before they had the unprotected sex, listen, I don't have no kids, and then it happens. And I know people that never had that conversation, and then it happened, right? What do you think is worse? If the guy tells you before you guys slept together, unprotected sex, that, hey, listen, I don't want to have no kids, and if it goes left, I don't want no kids, and you accept to have sex with him.
So one, if I am not into having abortions, if that's not something I want to do, I would definitely, like, realistically, in a utopian world, do not have sex unprotected with that individual.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if push comes to shove, if you're not willing to, if you want to keep the child and they made it very adamant that they do not want to, you already know what you're setting yourself up for. And that 9 months of carrying a child without support, stressing, that's stress on the baby for no reason. You know what I mean? So I understand both sides. You know what I mean? And I know some people who agreed, and you know, the father doesn't want, and the mother still went away and had it, and went in her own corner and raised up beautiful children and healthy children. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if people would just treat children, period, as a legacy, whether they want it or not, you know what I mean? Some people are working dead end jobs that they don't like, but they still go to work every day.
Yeah, well, they sure do. Well, you know, the bills don't have feelings.
Anyways. Moving on. Okay. So a cop was suspended after being caught hooking up with another woman, and the wife went to social media to drag the woman, claiming that she cheated on her husband and is now after hers. So I'm pretty sure people have been seeing on social media and everything like that. Some white cop, you can be seen kissing up a black woman.
Okay.
Tickas, you know?
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And
you know, in Montreal, a lot of the Italian guys, they really love black women, man.
Oh, I know.
They want to play. A lot of the Italians, I see you out there in San Leonardo. I want to call to some of y'all fellas. They're like, yo. If I had dinner with a bunch of Italian guys in college, and they're like, you know, black women are so exotic. They use the word exotic a lot.
Because they fetishize us.
But I guess it's weird for me to look at you guys like as a fetish, because I'm also black. Yeah. But I can see, boy, them curves when y'all start whining. There's nothing sexier than a black woman when she bubbles. Is there anything sexier in life than that?
Listen. Well, this white cop, you know, he actually already has a black wife. You know what I mean?
Oh, so he was Gucci.
Yeah, he was
getting the oxtail and rice. Okay.
You know, he's at the barbecue. You know what I mean? He's barbecuing.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
They have kids and everything like that, and it's just turned messy. And the only thing that when I saw it, I kept saying to myself, he didn't know about hotels?
No, these guys. Yo, even the door cam is catching people now too. The ring cam is catching a lot of dudes right now.
Yeah. And people are hacking ring cams too, by the way.
What? I need to find this out.
Listen, okay, so for some Caribbean news, Vybz Kartel actually has recently won Artist of the Decade at the Caribbean Music Awards.
From jail.
Listen to me. Shout out to the teacher. Okay? Shout out to the teacher. It's a good look, you know what I mean? People are still rocking with Vybz Kartel, even though he's been incarcerated for like ever. It feels like forever.
It's been a long time.
But he's been still thorough and still consistent making music. You know, his dedication to the culture, to the music, especially Caribbean dancehall and reggae, is still ongoing, collabing with various new artists, especially.
Yeah.
I can say one thing about Vybz Kartel being like a legend in that aspect. He has not shied away from collaborating with the new up and coming artists. And it's a good look for me.
No, Vybz,
You know?
Listen, Vybz my favorite guy. It's the only reason why I will go to Jamaica and see a concert is to see Vybz Kartel. Vybz Kartel.
You're gonna see his hologram. That's all you're gonna see right now.
He's number one for me. You talk about dancehall ghosts, and a lot of people gonna put Beanie Man and Elephant Man, Spragga Benz, and all those guys up there, and what's up, Bounty Killer, what's up, the guy there too, Ninja Man, and all those guys. But for me, we're talking about bars, pageantry, consistency, style, energy. Vybz Kartel. When Vybz Kartel did Sting over 15 years ago, that's a classic, and he came with the army fatigue, and he's like, "Yo, I just brought me and my gal." Yo, that's still, man. Vybz Kartel is the one, man.
Do you ever plan on traveling to Africa? Is that like a
Yeah. I'm gonna cry when I go there, but I really want to prepare myself, and I don't know what part of Africa I want to start off going for.
I don't think you could prepare yourself, but 5 African countries are currently offering free citizenship to African Americans and people of African ancestry to acknowledge the shared history that binds us. So these countries are Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Nigeria.
How come more people don't? Because this has been known for a little bit now. How come more of us that are black doesn't take them up on their offer?
I think it's a heightened level of cognitive dissonance.
Okay, Tata, a lot of people listen to our show
It's
are
a
not
heightened
going
level
for their.
of I'm aware of this is a part of my ancestry, but I lack the desire to care. I'm aware of that there's a need for us to be reconnected with our roots and our identity, but I'm not going to put in the effort to do it.
Is it a misunderstanding that, I have some Black American friends like, why I want to go back to Africa for? I'm American. That's how I get that, but I don't think a lot of people understand the definition of roots. Like, wouldn't you want to
identity.
go? Yeah, don't you want to go back to where it started for you people? It started for you,
well, because you see, my Black Americans, they're really more nationalists, right? So it's different to them. They're just Americans.
I just think it's cool to go where our people originated. I just think there's nothing cooler in life than that. Like when I go to Africa, I'm gonna cry. When I come off the plane, I'm gonna go on my knees. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm gonna cry. I know I'm gonna cry.
like we originate. Nels, I just wanna be in the Serengeti. Just leave me there for 2-3 days, man. I wanna become one with the jungle.
Watch him get bite up by cheetah and leopard and thing like that.
I got Umbutu with me. I got his brother. I got his father-in-law. I got my guides. I want to wear the tiger on me and no underwear, no nothing. I want to walk through the jungle barefoot. Listen, we black. You want to go back to Africa and go to the jungle? Nels, I want to learn how to shoot the thing. I want to stay with the tribe for 2 months. I'm going to do that before I die.
You know what I would love to do in Africa? Obviously everyone likes to go where like the slaves or the enslaved people.
I don't want to see no slave shit.
Left. Like they feel that it's a very powerful feeling, and a lot of people have a lot of emotions that they sense in that moment. I actually want to be with the hunter-gatherer societies, the ones that weren't colonized, you know what I mean? To see how they're living, to see how they forage, to see how they
a lot of hanging breasts.
Oh my God. This guy is
Nels, you didn't have those National Geographic books growing up when all the shows African with the hanging breast?
Listen, I can't stand this guy. Okay, moving on.
But hold on, real talk though.
Man, want to talk about hanging titties.
Why does everything you do have to be so deep? You can't just go to Africa and be like, I want to go to Ghana, I want to party. You want to go hang out. You don't just want to hang out with like a regular tribe. Like me, I'm gonna be like with the regular tribes, man. No. You want to go with the tribes that wasn't assimilated. You want to go with the tribes that wasn't enslaved.
Yeah.
Do you know how far in the jungle you're gonna have to go?
I'm pretty sure. And you know what? That's why I also want to go.
You're gonna come back like this.
That's why
when the mosquitoes are done with you, Tata, you're gonna be this thin. No bum, no nothing. You're gonna be this thin. Yeah, keep it up, buddy. Keep it up, buddy. I got you.
Anyways, okay. Erica, Mina, and Spice have been at it in social media. Okay, I'm gonna just read a little bit, then I'm gonna get to my point. Then I'll let Weezy get to his point, and I'm gonna let Nels get to her point too. Okay. So the queen of dancehall Spice is clearing the air on her verbal altercation with reality television personality Erica Mena, who is also Safari's ex-wife. Safari was with Nicki Minaj for years. I think almost 15 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Low-key, I think he was like writing some of the stuff on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
low,
for
you know what I
sure,
mean?
for sure.
So they got into an argument in which issues regarding parenting and racism unfolded when the episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta aired last week. Okay, so during the confrontation, which occurred during a sit-down between the former pals, Spice claimed that Mina's oldest son hated her, and in response, Mina called Spice a blue monkey and imitated the sounds monkeys make. Let me clarify. Spice is a dark-skinned Jamaican woman.
Dancehall icon.
Dancehall icon. Erica Mena is Latina?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she had black babies.
She had black.
And she also turned into...
Okay. For everyone listening, let me see. I don't care if your man is black. I don't care if you've been only taking black D or you know what for the longest time. I don't care if you have biracial children. You need to be aware that you could still hold racist and discriminatory and prejudiced views. Okay?
Yeah.
Listen to me. Let me say this again. Slowly. For everyone listening. This ain't to hurt your feelings, baby. You know what I mean? This is real talk. Even if you have a black man, black friends. I hate when people say, you know, because people be like, oh, well, I have a black friend.
I have a black friend.
But now people are saying, oh, but my partner is black. No one cares if your partner is black. If you still treat other black folks who are outside of your vicinity, you're outside of your proximity, and you're going to say racial slurs, I'm sorry, but you're a racist.
Yeah.
If you're going to if you work in an organization and you're in a position of power, but all black staff and racialized staff are paid less than that or have to fight to get the equal earning, it's a problem. I don't care how much biracial children you have. You know what I mean? You are not invited to the cookout. Okay? So Spice is adamant that despite having mentioned Mina's son, the American had no right to racially attack her over her skin. So the term monkey has long held racial connotations for those of African descent. So due to the comment, Mina will now not appear on future filming of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. They fired her, correct. Some social media users have blamed Spice for crossing the line by mentioning Mina's son, which led to Mina's heated reaction. So some black celebrities even and fans have been defending Erica Mena. And in an Instagram live on Tuesday night, Spice said there is no excuse for Erica using a racial slur, regardless of her feelings, regardless of what Spice said, regardless of how mad she is. Spice questioned, does that mean it's okay to experience racism as long as you were triggered, or as long as you are angry? Okay? And I was seeing a lot of comments. A lot of black folks were saying, oh, it was called for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What's wrong with Americans? Why are they so defensive about their children? Yeah, her son is like, is there a part of this story with Erica Mena and her son that I'm missing here?
Listen.
So they're more concerned with her coming at Erica Mena about her son, that Erica Mena called another black woman a monkey. And she also said too, what's crazy too, that people are so focused on the monkey comment, she also threatened to kill Spice multiple times.
No, Spice had medical complications earlier in the year, and she said Spice should have died on the medical table. But this is the thing.
This is the same Erica Mena that was a Bow Wow.
But this is in the video. But this is the same Erica Mena who multiple other celebrities, male black celebrities,
Rich Dollars,
have already brought up the fact that she does not have a relationship with her eldest son. She never made racist slurs to none of these black men. Right? So this is colorism and racism at its finest, okay?
A little bit of jealousy, a little bit too. Because
Spice is saying, we already know how society treats dark-skinned black women, period. We already know how society treats black women, period. But if she was my complexion now,
it'll be a different story.
Would it be a different story?
Because Erica Mena is that typical light-skinned girl, you know what I mean?
She's not even black. She's not even black.
By the way she carries herself, you just swear she's black. But Erica Mena,
she's benefiting off of the culture, and then when she gets mad, look, there's a lot of people who are non-racialized and non-black. Whenever they get mad, they want to call someone a vulgar racial slur.
Yeah,
that's racist.
We're not with the monkey things, bro. We're not with the monkey things.
Anyways, I side with Spice. I don't care what somebody said.
She mentioned her son. Who cares?
Yo, I tell you,
you don't call any black person a monkey. You know that's fighting words.
Yo,
and to see other black people like really side Erica Mena, it really makes you think like, yo, listen, man, where do some of our black celebrities, where do some of our people that we look up to, where do some of their values really stand? Like, what do you guys care more about, parenting or the culture? You know what I mean? What's the point? Because all I keep saying is that Spice called out her son. Spice, listen, we know you're a horrible parent. Everybody knows Erica Mena's a horrible parent.
But the worst thing is, Love and Hip Hop aired it prior. They knew that was said prior. They didn't fire her prior. They finally aired it a few months later.
Come on, you know Mona Scott. She gave you scandal, bro.
And then because it's an outrage on social media, now she's fired. So I understand how some celebrities like Little Scrappy were talking about it, and they're saying like they knew about this before they aired it, but they didn't fire her.
She's gonna be on Love and Hip Hop.
The reunion?
No. Which one is this? This Love and Hip Hop?
Atlanta.
She'd be on Love and Hip Hop New York because she'd be bouncing between the two of them anyway.
Yeah, she has.
She'd been back and forth on Love and Hip Hop for years, right? Like she's a staple on that joint because she's messy. Erica Mina's always been messy. But what is she, like a Latina? She a Latina or you pumping your chest?
Sorry, because I'm just like, I wipe my hands of this, period, because I see it so much. In like, you see it also in corporate realms. It's not just in like hood or urban stuff or on TV. You see it also in workplaces, workspaces. You know what I mean? I always say people who want to talk about being intersectional and want to talk about being anti-racist and all that stuff, Black staff should not have to fight to get equal pay. You know what I mean? It's still happening today. You know what I mean?
Who owes you money, Tata?
Listen, the whole world right now. The whole world right now.
That ginger wine.
Listen, have you guys been paying attention to the fires that's been happening in Maui?
No, what's
in
going
Hawaii?
on? No, what's going on?
Okay, so wildfires have been sweeping through the Hawaiian island early in August, fueled by Hurricane Dora. And there have been hundreds of reported fatalities and thousands of people who are still missing. So Oprah Winfrey now has a bunch of land in Hawaii, along with Jeff Bezos and other celebrities. And what they're saying is, this doesn't, like, the people from the land are actually saying that this is not no accident. This was planned because it's not a coincidence that the fire only burned down impoverished neighborhoods and all of Oprah Winfrey property, all of Jeff Bezos property, all of the Rock Johnson's property, and all these people untouched. And sometimes it's in the same block. Like, what are you
talking about?
Okay, so
it's in the same block.
Picture DG, right? So from Southside DG up until Fielding, fire, right? But as soon as you get to Cote St. Luke and up, everything's pristine.
Well, they got the weather machine.
And you know what?
Baby.
Look at this
DJ
guy.
Now's on the ones and twos.
Listen.
I'm going to burn your fire down.
Listen. Well, they're not happy about it at all. And they're saying that it's funny that she started going in with fire protection and all that stuff on her property before the fires even started. You know what I mean? So they're thinking about the 15-minute cities. They're thinking, right now there's a conspiracy going around that's saying that all the fires that we're seeing in rural places, because it's only in rural places, right, is so that they could clean off the land and build their 15-minute cities.
Yeah. Well, what they should do is just run and pillage Oprah and Jeff Bezos' land because they're not there consistently. I'll
people are blocking the roads.
Yeah.
People, you have the government coming in, shooting the poor people, restraining them, limiting them. They even redirected the water. They redirected the water, and when they put it back, it was toxic.
Isn't this like the oldest story in history? We've been fighting over land since the beginning of
environmental racism, baby. I tell you, environmental racism is a thing. Don't get me on it today.
Yeah, we've been fighting over land since the beginning of time. It's the weirdest thing, man.
Listen,
I'm gonna go live in the sea.
I got time for one more.
Give me one more.
Okay, so Method Man recently shared his secret to a successful marriage, and I was like, say word, Method Man was married. So many people, like I know so many women, he's your imaginary man. You know what I mean? Say word, he's been married for 21 years to Tamika Smith, and they have 3 children. So Method Man, married over 20 years, shared the key to making love last. The rapper's love life is private, but not a secret. So during a past visit to the daytime talk show Sherry, the host and actress asked if he had any tips for people on how to have a great relationship. Guess what he said?
Keep people out your business.
Pretty much. He said, don't talk about it. Sure. He said, don't talk about it. He said, I think the more you keep things private and between you and her or you and your partner, it's more personal and it lasts longer. And to me, that was...
Speaking about, and I'm going to tie all your articles in together right here. Did you guys see what Blueface posted about Christian? So you guys know Blueface and Christian, the most toxic couple in hip-hop history. Yeah. It's in the GOAT
That's
files.
my guilty pleasure.
I don't know why you like these two messy fools. She's a total mess. But anyways, I saw a thing. Blueface said that Christian started a IG page for the baby and his booking info. The baby's been alive not even 2 weeks, 2 months, some of the likes.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you go. I've always told y'all, you always laugh when I say it, I think people should have to pass a course and earn a diploma to be a parent.
Blueface ain't
we gotta stop,
Blueface
Papa.
ain't no better. He's there looking at his son, telling him, "Are you gay? Are you telling me you're gay?" And the kid's there crying because he has strippers in his living room, and his son, who's like what, not even like 7, doesn't want to be around them, and he's crying because his dad is asking, "Are you gay?" And he's
The worst,
like, come on now.
the worst hip hop couple of all time. You can't even name another hip hop couple that's been more toxic, more divisive than these two, and you guys love it. You guys love it.
I'm not gonna lie, I watched.
They beat each other with Hennessy balls. I've never seen something like this before.
Listen,
the baby has a booking page. What am I gonna book the baby to do?
One, first of all,
no, but hold on. What am I gonna book the baby to do?
But maybe it's not for right now. What is it? Just okay. First of all,
Montreal, my city, 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm on everyone showing the country.
Maybe it's not for right now. You know what I mean?
She's sick, Tata.
I don't believe in the whole having an account for your baby, period. Right now, we know the life that we live in, and we know how people are just sick and disgusting out there.
I'd be a pedophile on the road.
I would not even do that ever. Like, people would just find out I had a kid when he's 10. You know what I mean? But they're in a different light. They're you know how much celebrities have create social media accounts for their baby and then talk as if they're their baby. Oh, my dad was so nice. You know what I mean? That's I feel like it's a mental illness.
Yo, what's wrong with you?
But hey, everyone's doing it.
People for the likes, man. People more concerned with being famous than actually being talented. All right, let's get into this Guardians of the Galaxy mix. I told you guys, so in this mix now, there's no Burna Boy in this mix?
No, but we got Drake. We have Amapiano remixes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna talk shit on the Drake song. Okay. Drake, we're still waiting on you. I
gotta do my 1-2 step.
After the Guardians of the Galaxy mix brought to you by DJ Nels, we're going to give away a pair of tickets for the 3-day Classic of the North tournament brought to you by Evenco. So the NCAA has been coming up here for a couple of years now. So we're going to do a feature tournament. It's out there in November. So we're going to give away a pair of tickets for all 3 days. It's going to be at Plastic Bells brought to you by Evenco. And we're going to play Adult Spelling Bee. That's what we're going to do. Tata's going to pick the word. Hopefully, this week she'll pick a tougher word. You'll have 10 seconds to answer, and now you could possibly be a winner. The number is 514-448-4013. I cannot talk about it on the mix, so when I come off the mix, I'll shout the number again. But the number is 514-448-4013. This is the number one urban morning show in the country. This is the Morning Detour, Moon Chaser, Tata, DJ Nels. Keep it locked. Just calling it ready. Don't call.
What's good, Montreal? It's your girl, DJ Nels, and you are now locked into the Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
I always believed that the DJ set the tone for the culture.
Nels on the mix.
Bring it to the spot, I really say, baby. Show you why I am where I am. Tell you what I think my biggest flaw is, baby. I try to be consistent, but I can't. Having an honest moment with you right now, baby. Tell me who the fuck you want to be. Get an honest answer from you right now, baby. All we ever talk about me.
Montreal, my city. I'm not even gonna put the carousel. What? I'm going back to the motherland on this one, Tata. Montreal, my city, the Guardians of the Galaxy mix. DJ Nels, there you go. Waiting for that new Drake, Tata. But we're gonna play the whole album when it comes, Tata. Oh. I heard Nels play some fire on the rooftop the other day. Trust me.
Nels on the mix.
I'm more than just an option. Hey, hey, hey. Refuse to be forgotten. Hey, hey, hey. I took a chance with my heart. Hey, hey, hey. And I feel it taking over. I better find your loving. I better find your heart. I better find your loving. I better find your heart. I better find your loving. I better find your heart. I bet if I give all my love, and nothing's gonna tear us apart. I'm more than just a number. Hey, hey, hey. I doubt you'll find another. Hey, hey, hey. So every single summer. Hey, hey, hey.
You gotta talk to her smooth, Tata. You gotta talk to her smooth, Tata. Did DJ Nels put the Drake on Afro beats? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Muncho, man said you gotta talk to her slow. She feeling the tension. You know, you did something wrong, Tata. You have to work her back. You have to work her back. Drizzy.
You gotta choose that our attention for now, cause we're falling apart. Passionate from miles away, passive with the things you say. Passing up on my
Is this the Afro Beats passion fruit with the slow bubble? You gotta put her against the wall, Tata. Everybody's in their car like, we might not go to work this morning. Big up to all the workers at Rockland MD. All the surgery people, them, yeah.
Passing up on my in the kitchen, rich, put that like a stir fry. In the kitchen, rich, put that like a stir fry. In the kitchen, rich, put that like a stir fry. In the kitchen, rich, put that like a stir fry.
Hold them bands down. Hey, hold your mask down. Hey, who thought you come around? Who get that trap sound? Control the bag now. Control, don't need the brag now. Don't need to put the mask down. Man, we living fast now. Designer, clothes, fashion, shows, house, made it.
Watching me with Bob still be real and famous.
That's what y'all to the night.
Watching me with Bob still be real and famous.
That's what y'all to the night. We all take a whip it and condition like the first rock. I can really turn no vision through my third eye. When that shit look like we flip it like it's my guy. Flip it, when I tip, don't get up the still and look at the blue sky.
Yes. Hold yourself, DJ Nels.
Who keeps bringing more? I've had too many.
Too many, Tata.
This Virginia done me up already.
I can't see the door.
For real, I might just say how I feel.
DJ Nels, boy.
For real, I might just say how I feel.
You don't want me to talk my real feelings, Tata.
Don't switch on me. I got big plans.
Big plans for us, Tata. Big plans. This is the number one every morning show in the country. I promise you.
Stop running back to your ex. He's a waste man.
Zero long talk. Are we coming up tonight?
How come we can never smash and stay friends?
We can't smash and stay friends. There we go.
I might just say how I feel. I'm blamed for real.
Tata, we're gonna start a dance troupe. We're gonna start an African beat dance troupe. Yeah. Big up to the boys at Jovial.
I'm blamed for real. I might just say how I feel. I'm unavailable. They know they see me.
Shout out to my African community. We're going back to the motherland this morning. Uncle Waffles this week. DJ KIDCRAYOLA coming up. Number one every morning show in the country. The morning DJ there. There you go.
I'm only human, so big nobody para. Say I carry woman, say na man way I carry. I need that when I talk, say I be pastor. You know.
Nobody knows what he's talking about. Nobody knows what he's saying, but you feel the roots. You feel the vibe. You want to go back to the motherland. DJ Nels, bring me on the thing.
I'm unavailable. They know they see me. I'm unavailable. They know they see me. I'm unavailable. They know they see me. I'm unavailable. They know they see me.
I don't have no time. Come see me shining.
You only live once, that's the motto. Yellow.
Don't be shy if you're at your cubicle at work. If you on the metro, if you're on the road, you might need to pull over. Shake your tail feather. This the livest, the most controversial morning show in the country. The Morning Detour every Friday on the mighty CKT 7 to 9. You're now listening to the sweet sounds of DJ Nels. Let me go.
And she want a photo, you already know though. You only live once, that's the motto. Get YOLO on, we bout it every day, every day, every day. I be sitting on the bench, but we don't really play every day, every day. When anybody stay, can't see him, put the money in the way, real. What's up?
DJ Nels, mash it up. I got my eyes on you.
What?
You're everything that I see. I won't show high love and emotion endlessly.
Yeah, somebody gotta come get you gotta come get DJ Nels. Tata, you gotta come get DJ Nels. Yeah. What is this? What is this? Make sure you go to our playlist. It's on Spotify and Apple Music. Good Morning Detour.
Cut off a good girl and you know it.
She might be good, only on Sundays.
I know exactly who you could be.
Yeah.
Just hold on, we're going home.
Oh boy.
Just hold on, we're going home.
I can see the rhymes on the wall, Tata. You see where Nelson's going with it? Yeah. This that sweeter man, Afro beats. Whoa. The Guardians of the Galaxy, DJ Nels. Boy.
I'm in the mood to fuck something up. I need a prescription.
What?
I wanna go higher.
Let's go higher, Montreal.
I wanna go where nobody's been. Have you ever had fun like this?
Nelson's making her own tracks at this point. What? Montreal, my city. This is how we do things. Don't be shy, you can move your waist too. What? Tata, I want to lose myself in the Serengeti, Tata. I want to ride a zebra, Tata.
Your pocket full of money. Send it over here.
What? Don't be shy, you can move your shoulders at work. We live on the Facebook. We on the Twitch. We on the ball. Shout out to everybody on the YouTube.
Them never see nothing, they go see something. When I time for the club, we go turn big thing. Not the killer for my hood, they won't touch my 10 kilo. They won't vex by me, I want lack over. Supreme, Musagushi down till you routine. Even your commando and your Guzlin. But she read me long berry, want to share me. Yeah, I need picking me one soft. Agbaje, give me one puff. Ọmọ yẹn sáré wọlé mo ti bó ń tan. Ayé kan lọ, ayé kan bọ̀. Ọmọ kan lọ, ọmọ kan bọ̀. Mr. Money rọra. Abija mọ̀ nǹkan rà. Jábẹ̀ tọrọ náà we fi cover. Màá lọ wá if you no get sure. Ọmọ bá a dé for you, you dey for me. Ìjà ibẹ̀ ní jẹ lóto. Yé máa kúrọ́ Pinocchio. Mi lè kókó ké sí àìlóòdò. Anímáyà bẹ̀rẹ̀ yà fọ́tò. Olófo ló bínú ológo. Yé máa ṣe bí olódò. 1964 láti mú kó. Let me holler at the DJ. Let me holler at the DJ. Let me holler at the DJ.
Montreal, my city. Make sure you get our playlist. It's available on Spotify, Apple Music, Detour 504. Oh, yeah. It's the encore mix right now. DJ Nels. Yeah. Yeah, but check it. Everybody got their co-workers dancing at work, Tata. Yeah. Watch it all, Lord. What's your rubber print needs, you know, be a good mobile, you know. Much of my city, 8:13 in the morning. Let me go.
What's good, Montreal? It's your girl, DJ Nels, and you are now locked into the Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
There's a lot going on in the world today. See how it affects Montreal's Black and Caribbean community. Read the community contact. News, features, opinions, music reviews, cultural events, and so much more. Our voices, our perspectives, our community. Published every 2 weeks, pick it up at your favorite community spot or visit us online at our new and dynamic website, mtlcommunitycontact.com. Easy to navigate and lots to enjoy. Archived issues also on the site and available on the web. That's mtlcommunitycontact.com. Stay in contact.
Did you undergo a strip search at Riviere des Prairies or Bordeaux detention centers between October 11, 2016 and March 20th, 2020? If so, you could receive up to $2,000 per eligible strip search. Hurry, you have until March 5th, 2024 to fill out the claim form. Visit proactio.ca/searches or call us at 1-866-369-5118 to check your eligibility and fill out a claim form.
There's only one more, Jason. Nobody's this hyped this early. They say I'm on drugs. My only drug is hip-hop. Love this life. It's the Morning Detour on the mighty CKUT 90.3 FM. You gotta play that twice, Nels. What is this? Whoa! Montreal might say 8:15 in the morning. If you like basketball, if you like the Place Bell, things is happening in November. We're giving away a pair of tickets for 3 days. Brought to you by Venco. It's called the Classic of the North. You'll be able to see some NCAA games for free for you and a friend of yours or your partner. So it's 3 days giving away tickets. We're going to play Adult Spelling Bee. You hear with me and Tata. Before we get into that real quick, the number is 514-448-4013. 514-448-4013. Tata, at some point, we got to figure out a way. I see the lines is blazing. Give me 1 second. I'm going to get right to you. Shout out to my good friend, my childhood friend, my boy Bakai. Black-owned electrician, has his own business. You know what I mean? He had messed up his knee or something. He had surgery, but he's back on his feet. Tata, you know I broke my foot. I was on my feet for 11 weeks. I seen demons. I hallucinated. I took out my 4 wisdom tooth at the same time. I was on 18 different types of drugs. I was home for 11 weeks. I seen some things. I call it the rabbit hole. Boy, I was addicted to the shopping network for 1 week. I was addicted to a rip spot for another week. It's been crazy, man. It's crazy. So the number is 514-448-4013. We're giving away a pair of tickets for the 3-day Classic of the North brought to you by Venco. The NCAA is coming to the Place Bell. It is going down. It is going down. Ta-ta. 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 Okay, hold on. The lines is blazing. Let's patch it in.
This guy. Let's watch it in.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good, you?
I'm fine. So where you calling from this morning?
Montreal.
Yeah, but he says that.
Wait. Can you say that again?
I'm calling from Montreal.
Is this Ariane?
No, this is Toya.
Oh, Toya. Sorry, you guys had the same voice. Okay, Toya.
How you be knowing people's voice in the morning?
T. Okay. What part of Montreal are you calling from?
VSP Lachine.
Okay.
Yeah. Provo, Duff Court. I see you.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so Weezy said to give you a hard word, and just to ensure that you're not Googling it.
10 seconds.
We're ggiving you 10 seconds, okay? Let me put my timer on. Hold on.
She's just happy that the guests can hear her now. Yeah, some issues with the phone before.
Okay. Wait, should I put the timer? Okay, so the word is arachnophobia.
ARACHNOPHOBIA.
You got it.
Say word.
You got it.
Say
period.
Period, baby. Period, Toya T.
Who's Toya T? Is she going for her master's as well?
Listen, Toya T, she got it.
Toya T, since we have you here for a minute, have you been listening to the show since the beginning?
I've been listening for like 20 minutes.
Okay, so you heard our conversation about Spice, right?
No, I didn't actually.
Have you been listening to the social media news about Spice? How Erica Mena called her a blue monkey?
Erica Mena, yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
What's more offensive?
I think Erica Mena should have been fired, but when they filmed the show, not when the episode
Thank you. That's my girl, Toya.
I don't know who Toya T is. Is she one of your model friends?
No, I don't know Toya, but we know Toya. We respect everybody who calls the show. Shout out to listening to the show.
Thank you so much. So, Toya, this is what you're going to do. Send me a message on IG or whatever, Detour514. Let me know, hey, it's Toya. And then I'll get your information to the people so you get yourself your tickets.
Period. Thank you.
Period.
All right.
Hey, y'all.
Well, that went faster than I thought. I don't know what we're gonna do now.
That she probably has a phobia. Me, I have a phobia of spiders too. So trust me, we know how to spell that word.
I don't like to see snakes slither around.
Me, how could you prefer
people love
spiders
snakes
over snakes?
No, I have a phobia of watching snakes slither around. I don't like snakes.
No,
like you put me in a pit of snakes.
but spiders are okay.
It's a spider.
But spiders are okay. It looked like this. It looked like this and all. And
and then I drop a book on his head. It's a spider.
What if?
No, you afraid of spiders
tarantula?
too? Tarantula's big. Yeah, I'm gonna throw something from far at it.
Oh my god, no man, I can't play with the things, man.
So you couldn't do fear factor. The minute they put out the spiders, would have been a wrap for you.
So after I jumped out of the plane, I said, "Let me go to the insectarium and let a tarantula crawl on me," because I was pumped, but I couldn't manage. I would rather jump out of a plane at 13,000 feet than be around spiders.
You literally jumped out of a plane.
Yeah, and I just can't do spiders. I can't. I just don't know why.
Well,
I used to be climbing tree. I used to be hiding underneath people's porch and stuff. You know what I mean? And you tell me to do that today? Oh no!
I want to give away more stuff. Like I want to call Clarence if I can give away some brunch tickets. I want to give away some more stuff here. Man, that's crazy. That went way too fast this morning.
I know.
But we appreciate everybody that takes the time to listen to our show. If you like DJ Nels's mix, all the songs that she plays on the show is up there on our playlist. It's available on Spotify and Apple Music as well.
Yeah, and it's called the Morning Detour playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, we're the only brand that has the morning and the detour put together. So it's us. So how you feel, Tata? I'm gonna play this Zero Long Talking interview, and when we come back, we should have KIDCRAYOLA in here. So much on my city. Keep it locked. The best morning show in the country. It's the Morning Detour. There we go.
There's only one more chaser. Nobody is this hyped this early. They say I'm on drugs, but my only drug is hip hop. You love this life. It's the Morning Detour on the mighty CKUT 90.3 FM.
The Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
And I love to wear black-owned business, but the right one. Don't give me the guy in the corner that's gonna print the T. The right one. I kept seeing Z's everywhere. I kept having dreams about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not super religious, but I think I had a premonition at one point. So I reached out, only to find out my long-lost friend, Alex Sabino. I call him the diplomat. He don't know what's behind his back. I call him the diplomat because he runs waters. He goes across international waters. We'll do y'all can get extra video on that after. I asked him, he was like, yo, man, I'm a part of this thing with these guys. I said, yo, I need it. I need to come. I said, we're not gonna do no long talking. I'm gonna come to Autumn. We're gonna do it right. So Montreal, my city. Shout out to the world. We're here with the guys from Zero Long Talking. It's like the mafia here. I knew it was gonna be a whole bunch of pretty light skinned dudes. I'm driving up. I already knew what it was. I already knew what it was.
I don't fit in that category, man.
No. You're Mad Max from Shatta. I already know your role. But we'll talk about it in the uncle. This is going on the radio.
Uncle. Holy.
So let everybody introduce themselves. Let's get into the Zero Long Talking.
All right, I'm Damar. Creative director, founder of Zero Long Talking. I'm originally from Toronto. I spent a couple summers in Ottawa for a couple years. Everybody who's from the block, whenever you get in trouble in Toronto, you get sent to your grandmother's house to go and live and smarten up. My grandma's a Christian woman,
right.
So she kind of straightened me out. And being out here for a minute, I got connected with these guys, him. I actually found out in recent time that me and him are actually very, very close. Like our families are very close, very well connected. And it's funny because the way that me and him met was one time I actually met him a while ago.
Yeah.
And he always said, yo, I know your family. I know your family. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means, but okay. He keeps saying, I know your family. I know your family. And at one time, me and him were in the club and he's like, yo, your cousins, they raised me. I'm like, okay, so who are my cousins? So he always used to call them by their nicknames, right? And I'm like, okay, well, fuck, I don't know what that is. And then he named the two names, Mike and Andrew. I'm like, hold up. Nobody in Ottawa should be able to connect me with those two. So I started taking more serious. I'm like, wait, what'd you say? Ever since then, took me under the wing. I told him I was doing a brand and he believed in it. He does marketing for a living. I don't know anything about marketing. I don't know anything about sales. I just like to, create stuff and just see where it goes. So I asked him to be a part of it because this is what he does, right? Same thing how I met Alex. I met Alex literally last year. You would have sworn me and this guy are brothers.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like to the
No,
point
but
where,
still, you guys knew each other for a long time.
Not them two, yeah. Him, I literally just met like within a year ago.
Yeah.
Right? And how I connect with him is he actually went to the same high school I did. He was a ball player, he was a dancer, the eyes.
Oh, I forgot about the dancer. This dude right here. Wait till we get to this guy.
So me and him are literally like parallel lives, I got introduced to him last year through Stretch. He saw the brand too. And the minute he saw the hat, he's like, yo, what is that? He literally wanted to take the hat off my head. I'm like, your family. Nah, it's not one of those. But he believed in the brand and he told me he had a brand too before. So I'm like, okay, well, if Stretch looks at you as brother, your brother to me, how about you hop on this wave too? You guys have the experience. I don't. All I do is create.
Yeah.
So you got marketing and you got director of sales who knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So why not? And ever since that's been love. Him, Prince, I met last year in the club too. He seen me with the hat. He's like, yo, I messed with that hat. Like, what brand is that? I told him about it, took a quick picture. Ever since then, every single time we see each other, it's love. And brought him on board, and he's been supporting ever since. And that's the four-headed monster.
Well, listen, yo, just how you encapsulated that whole thing, people should take that clip and say, okay, this is how you form a team. I feel like this is what LeBron and Rich Paul had back when they were in high school. This is what we're gonna do.
Let me get more in depth with that.
No, we're gonna get more in depth. When you jumped on, what first attracted you to Zero Long Talk? I know you guys had a kinship.
That's a great question. So I noticed it at first over Facebook comments. He would post a picture, and my people from London, Ontario would comment, family. Right. And then I messaged Biggs and a few of the men them, and they were like, that's like my like niece's younger cousin.
Yeah, he's
son,
people,
and I was like, what?
Yeah.
So when I saw him, I started just giving him like little tidbits to see like what he knew. Like I wasn't trying to like catch him off guard, be a weirdo. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like
that's what I thought.
And that's why when he caught on, he was like, oh. And then I got into what the brand was, the Zero Long Talking, the whole thing that he just told you what it was about with the working out. And I was like, at my age, you need attributes like that you apply to your life. You need things that you look at that motivate you.
Yeah.
Right? Like no excuses. We've all put ourselves in situations where we have responsibilities. We have a list of things we have to do and a list of things we want to do. Right? But these things need to get done.
Yeah.
So there's no excuses. Right? I'm a guy, I have long days. I like to go out and have a few drinks. There's a lot of people that only know that side of me, but they don't know the side that's up at 6:45, getting to work, because there's no long talking. That's how I identify with the brand. Every client can identify with the brand because there's the brand, you see the swag.
It's clean. It's clean.
Right?
I feel like the black Zorro when I wear it, man. I feel good with it.
But then when Chris Boucher's wearing it, as we had dinner with him, he supports us. Yeah. So he's wearing the black hat as branding.
Yeah. No.
We had themes.
No. It worked. It got
behind
me.
it. So
it got me. I didn't even know what was going on.
Yeah.
You have Jadakiss wearing it. He has a juice bar.
The Reds lifestyle. This is Jadakiss. Our era, Jadakiss. You see what he did at Versus?
Yeah.
Jadakiss. When I saw him, I was like, listen.
We rate that.
What?
Living off experience.
Bar for bar. Come on. So this is what I mean about appreciation. You know what I mean? We created themes where people, it doesn't matter whether you like the color or not, maybe you identify with the hat for a different reason. You have two reasons to buy. And for me, like, I need these things to motivate me. I have multiple things going on in my life, right? Not only do I need to keep good friends around, but I need to keep motivation. Attributes, pillars, things that motivate me. And I want the Z to be to anybody that buys it, something that's on their dresser that motivates them. It is something that says, get up out of bed, do what you got to do. Don't attach yourself to those lazy feelings. Get off of that, right? No talk, all action, no matter what it is, whether it's the working out, whether it's the getting to work, whether it's the, like, I don't want to go to this meeting in Buffalo, but it might benefit me. It's annoying, but go.
Where do you see Zero Long Talking kind of position yourself? Like in your vision, because I know you're in charge of sales, where do you kind of see that going? Because you previously used to have your own brand, but so where do you see Zero Long Talking going moving forward?
I see us going global. I mean, like at the end of the day, like, you know, we're starting off small. I think we need to grow organically. Like anybody who's starting business, I'm going to tell you right now, start organically, grow small. You know what I mean? Start small and grow bigger and grow bigger. You know what I mean? Don't rush the process. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. Like at the end of the day, grow organically, see how people feel about your product. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what we're really doing. And it's a nice place to start in Ottawa. You know what I mean? Like it's a real nice place. Like
the nation's capital.
Exactly.
People forget, you gotta say the nation's capital, man.
100%.
Decisions are made here. Zero Long Talking.
That's it. And shout out to Jetem for, you know what I mean, hosting us here. Because at the end of the day, like, and this is Ottawa. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, even though we're a small city, like we really rep for each other. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, I really want to just shout that out. You know what I'm saying?
Let's pass on to the next, because the silent Avenger on the team.
Yeah, man, you know.
He's the all black Avenger.
Oh, man, well, first off, my name is Prince. And the thing about it is, like, for me, the brand it's like a brotherhood for me. Because on my birthday, this is like the coldest day of the year. No joke. February 3rd. Coldest day of the year. minus 40 with the windshield.
Yeah.
No joke. I text Damar. I'm like, yo, I'm having my birthday, bro. And he says, yo, I'm going to be there. I'm like, I get there. You know, I have like a couple people with me, a couple girls, nothing crazy, right? I see this guy walk in with the ZLT. Right behind him, Stretch, Alex. Coldest day of the year. And I'm like, bro, these are my brothers for real. They really came out in minus 40. And ever since then, me and Damar just really been,
Okay.
As me being the youngest in the group, I'm new to this.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know anything about building a brand.
So you just here to learn.
I'm here to learn, but I'm also here to just enjoy and see everything that's going on. I also have like a little bit background in editing, so I've been helping them out with promotions, editing,
Prince,
things like this.
You're downgraded. This man, when it comes to logistics, customer service, and actually customer success.
Do you want to talk about customer service a little bit? Because I
that
think
is this guy. He does that for his career.
Yeah.
The talk is at the end of the day, like, this is friends and family. Like, we haven't even got into the rest of the world yet, and that's why I'm saying, like,
Our
it's scary. You got to take it
not
organically,
one sale.
but you got to take it organically. You can't jump in and think, unless you're a millionaire and you have tons of money to put into it. You know what I mean? You can't jump in like that. And again, small business, think that way. Think small business and think about how you're gonna grow that business.
Yeah.
Don't think about, okay, cool, we could sell 500 hats today. No, you can't. Who are you?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Promote yourself. Like, be there. Like, really put time into this. We do. Like, I'm telling you, I talk to this guy probably 7 times a day for like hour, 2 hours.
No, you got to, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this guy calls me at work live. I'm out here driving a forklift. My phone's ringing. I'm like, this guy's not serious right now. But then I think about it. I'm like, okay, this is more serious than what I'm doing. I'll pull over and be like, yo, what's going on?
Yeah, it's always much better working for yourself. At some point, you get to a point, and I hope everybody in our Black community gets to a point where they get a certain level of economic freedom. And I think this is one of the best ways where you can combine you guys' passion for fashion and the business sense that Stretch can bring to the table. It's a beautiful thing. Zero long talking, man. Morning Detour, man. Y'all been great, man. It's been dope.
Thank you, dog.
Out of what, baby? Let's eat.
The Morning Detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
Big 7. Nails on the mix.
Big 7.
First of all, rest in peace, Virgil Abloh.
I told you already, Burna Boy is the GOAT of Afrobeats. We got one of the #1 DJs in the country coming up next. KIDCRAYOLA's in the building, and you know Crayola crayons are expensive, so you know how this thing is gonna go. Much of my city, let me know.
Lamborghini driver, Ferrari 458 Italia. Happy living is not a million, just 2 Richard Millis and up from willy-nilly to the city.
Good morning, Montreal. 8:31 in the morning. Shout out to everybody on the Twitch, on the Facebook, on the YouTube. Detour 504. You can catch us live online. You missed the episode? It's still available. Detour 504 on YouTube. You know how we do things.
Nails on the mix.
Oh, DJ Nels is moving around. Okay.
Me, I just want me, my people, the visa. So I give them a heart and my diva. If you to just make you diva. Don't be everybody be believer. Anytime that I pull up, I deliver. Anytime, any arena, I be caught on like Jesus. Before you start to criticize, consider. I was cheating on me. Nails on the mix. Me, I just want to see my people getting big out. I swear down, make embassy nothing and my people visa out. And no be Taliban, no be Al-Qaeda, and they do nothing tend to permanently leave down. Stand with my feet down, me I be lead out. So me and you lah, different caliber, taking money around the world every day, kilo me down. Cause I count it down, then you could see they your body, no be because of me. Now psychology, say psychology, they affect everybody now.
I already told you guys, he is the GOAT of Afrobeat music. Burna Boy, the new album is out right now. DJ Nels on the 1s and 2s.
Don't need a shower, oh baby, I need a freak. Lick it like ice cream, as if you mean to be disgusting. It's nothing, jump my banana. One side I lie, then no stopping, go shopping, Nails on the mix.
DJ Como. As you are champagne bamboo. I get a girl from the ghetto. Girl, girls from uptown. That's the life of the city.
DJ Nell, mash it up.
It's more easy as we sit upon my couch. Feels good, but I know you want to cry out. You say you want passion.
That's how you feeling now. Kid Crayola. Don't make me ask the people to write in questions. You can write your questions in the comment section if you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook. Hola, DJ Nels. You can't play it like regular people. The number one morning show in the country. We in Ottawa tonight. Big up the Zero Long talking. DJ Nels. This is pure light skinned girl music. Watch her. Yeah. If you're in your cubicle, get up. Don't worry about your manager. Don't worry about your supervisor. Get the bubble right. You see the big DJ in the building, eh? Kid Crayola here, eh? This the Afrobeat anthem. When he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, this is the Afrobeat anthem. Shout out to my boys at Jovial Bougie Sundays. You don't know.
Go ahead, it's your time, baby. It's your time, baby. Get my baby. That's the difference when you're my baby. That's how it is when you. Nobody make me stop the world.
DJ Nell, mash it up.
Be what you asked for. So tell me if you want it action. Until the lights back on. I got the one we could last long. And I never knew my job. Feel like what I waited for night long. I pull up in my high fashion. Every night dashing anyway. You can go ahead and just head out and chill up in my villa to get out the whole night. Just get in the drop top, take the head out and cruise with your head outside. Go ahead, it's your time, baby. It's your time, baby. Get my baby. That's the difference when you're my baby.
I see you, Uncle Phil Humor, one of the funniest guys in the country. Yeah. I see you, sad girl. If you have questions for Kid Crayola.
What's good, Montreal? It's your girl, DJ Now. So you are now locked into the morning detour on CKUT 90.3 FM.
Well, we need... No. Hold on. Yeah. Kid Crayola's in the building. Give me, you know what I mean? Okay. I'm gonna be quite honest with you, Montreal. It's 8:36 in the morning. This is the morning detour. We're not gonna play no games here. I am sick and tired of seeing every party in this province. Kid Crayola's playing that. You are everywhere. And you know what hurts them too? Tata, you see the smile? She got that Magic Johnson smile. She got that Wayne Brady smile. Winners look like Kid Crayola. When we first started the morning detour, Kid Crayola was a part of our team. She was with us for a very short time. It was a beautiful time. She told me, Waze, I'm going to go out there and become a big DJ. I said, okay, do your thing. I believe in you. She's one of the few people I can say in the city that said she was going to do something to execute it. Not only is she a top-tier DJ, everybody wants her. When I saw you at the white people events, I'm like, okay, she's gone. I said she's gone. Every top event this province has to offer, you're playing at it. Internationally, you're well known as well. It's honored to have you on the show. One of the top DJs in our age group of all time at this point. Me, Tata, we're doing the Detour Awards next year. Y'all not ready for that. Madame Kid Crayola's in the building.
Thank you.
Hold on. Got your mic.
Wait. My mic is lowered. I said thank you for having me, monsieur.
What is your background? Because I don't know what you are. Are you Haitian? Are you African?
I am Haitian, 100%.
Yeah.
Look at him. Yeah.
Who got the best rice?
100%
Haitians.
No, hold on.
Haitians got the best rice. We have the best rice.
But why you gotta put the 100% though?
100%.
She knows you 50%, so she says she's 100%.
Tell you all the right parts are Haitian. Stop it. My rice loving people. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Tata, you know someone's big time when you can't even message them directly. You have to go through it.
I love it. I love it. Every time someone says go through our people, and especially when they're from Montreal, I love it.
For
You know what I
sure.
mean? It's like it does not just speak to the organization of like your business. It speaks to how you treat your brand, yourself, and also the professionalism. So shout out to you, going through your people. Send me the questions in advance, like yeah.
My sister's clutch. Shout out to Mary King. She does her thing properly.
Yo, so like shout out to you. We've been stalking, and of course, like we had your mixes on. You've been a part of the
Big
show.
teeth in the mix.
In the inception of the Morning Detour and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then you branched off to bigger and better things, you know what I mean? Not like Weezy said, not like people who branch off and then they just dwindle away. You branched off, you really made a name for yourself, and the crowd that you have pulling in is crazy.
I have the best crowd in Montreal.
You got a cult going on, you know what I mean?
Is
You
it a
tell
cult?
people show up here, vibe tenders show up there. People even go down to Ottawa to see you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And even in university, but they're chilling with the University of Ottawa. Shout out to you for real.
Thank you.
And it's a blessing to have you on the show. One thing I want to get started on, because we didn't get no bios or nothing. We don't need all of that. I just wanted to know really, what is the driving force that pulled you towards the industry of DJing, as well as your genre of choice?
My genre of choice. So basically, I'd say, so originally I'm from a family with a lot of musicians. So my dad used to be a singer, my uncle used to be in a Haitian band, and my brother, may he rest in peace, was an artist from Montreal. He was a rapper singer. So I was always in the studio, always in CDs. Like I had very older siblings. I'm the baby, so I was always playing with music. And then I'm like a geek for music, so I always push, like I look for who's the producer, who's the songwriter, what did they write, what did they produce, and then I would just play music on my Snapchat. And then people just kept on constantly just asking me for music, and I was just like, bro, I'm gonna just make a playlist. So I created Music Monday, and then people just started pulling in, and then my friend was like, yo, you should be a DJ. I was like, yeah, okay. Gathered my stuff. Paid my little coins. Called my friend. I was like, yo, I got my stuff. I'm about to start practicing. Shout out to Nick. Nick was like, good. You start in 2 weeks. I was like, my guy, I don't even know how the machine works. He's like, bet. You start in 3 weeks. I was like, okay, cool. Called my friend Lexus. Gave me the quick 411. And then I started DJing in 2018. And I haven't stopped since.
No. You definitely have not stopped. What do you think makes you different? Because I've been watching, seeing you come from telling me, hey, listen, I want to do this thing, and then seeing you going and going and going. Yeah. I'm like, yo, what makes you stand out? What makes you, oh boy, just why do you think people are so attracted to come see you play? Is it your style? Is it the type of music you play? Because me personally, I'm a big fan of your mixes that you put online. I'm a big fan of the Guyad mix, the Cuffing Season joints. I really like how you transition. I like how you carry me on the energy vibe. Yeah. I feel emotional. I feel like I'm on the emotional roller coaster with you.
That's what I love. I love to tell a story when I'm mixing, you know? So in terms of like, how can I say? In terms of like me, because I call myself the vibe bender. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with Avatar.
Yeah.
Masters of all elements. So
You're the vibe bender?
Exactly. So I like to consider myself as a vibe bender. Now, why do people like me so much? I'm going to tell you why. It's because I've been here for a long time. People think I just got here, but I've been here for like more than 10 years. I was on YouTube. So then when I was on YouTube, I got a fan base that kept on following me. Then I transitioned to Snapchat. Then I have a new fan base on Snapchat. And then I decided to mix. So then the base of my fans are people that have been here for more than a decade. And those people talk to other people. And it's really a question of word of mouth and reputation. And my competition, like when people ask me, like, who's your competition? I tell them it's like a big mogul. Like, I don't even tell them DJs. I'm like, I'm trying to have an empire. Like, this is just the small way to get to my big dream.
I would even say you don't even have. You stand out as your own, you know what I mean? And it's like, you cute, you know what I mean? All for body positivity. You go in there, you don't care. You come in with your crop tops, you have your swag, your style. And, people feel that confidence. We even feel that confidence through social media, maybe.
True. I actually study in social media marketing. That too. That's my marketing don't play. It was just me and my bestie. It's still me and my bestie. Sometimes my manager helps me. but it's really a question about like me being my own creative director. That too helps me a lot, and I think people fuck with me because of that. And I'm cute.
That's the one I started with,
right?
You know what I mean?
I'm cute.
And
I have a nice little
she
smile.
got the dimples
I'm
in
a
there.
fun
You know what I mean?
Can't trust
You
you,
can pull out
cute.
any hairstyle.
Can't trust
any
you, cute
outfit.
Haitian girls with that smile. You make a
Right?
good rice, or you just spin records.
No, I just been working.
It's okay. It's gonna make you millions. It's okay. When she get that first million, she'll have that in-house Haitian auntie that she's gonna bring up from Haiti.
Big facts. I'll
In
be
the
living
kitchen.
with my family in a big ass house. I'll be like Cardi B. I'll be like Cardi B.
straight up,
You feel
straight
me?
up.
Like everybody in the big house. Come on.
But like you said, you've been in the game for a while, right? Of course, you've seen very different things. You've seen like times change, trends change, setting your own trends, carving out your own pathway. Throughout all that, what were some of the barriers or challenges that you were up against?
I think me being a woman, and me being a Black woman, and then me being of a bigger size, it's kind of like people want the typical sexy DJ, you know, and I'm not the typical sexy DJ. And plus, since nobody knew me as a DJ, I was very much underlooked. But then I told myself that I would always make a good impression of whatever gig that I had. And then I was at a certain point, I was getting tired of not getting booked. So I decided to make my own events. Shout out to Blue Dog.
Yeah.
Blue Dog allowed me to like create all my events. And then that's how I started having more and more friction. So yes, it's not easy being a DJ in Montreal if you don't know the right person. But I just decided to kick off the door and wave in the 4-4. I was like, I'm gonna be so successful. People are gonna talk so much about me. I'm gonna be viral in your city. You're gonna have to book me. It's not a question of me begging you. It's a question of me giving you greatness, and then you being like, shit, I can't deny her anymore.
No, I love that, and it speaks volume because you said, you know what, you're not gonna give me a seat at your table. I'm gonna create my own table.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's what's up. And it definitely has been working for you.
For sure. That's why I created VIBE, which like it's vibe, but it stands for Visionary Individuals Behind Energy. So that's why I created that party. When I created Vibe, it was different. People, first show, we were like 450 people. Like I was looking at the crowd and I was like, how the hell did I do that? But I kept on doing it. And I was like, okay, this is my lane. I love creating events. I love DJing, but I love creating events, like safe space for people to just enjoy themselves. And just
and like the crowd you have is so diverse too. Like shout out for you to that. And it's like it's awesome to see, especially a Black woman in music, DJ leading that. So it's not just about music, it's about, like you said, creating a safe space, but a brave space where people could show up fully as themselves also.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's like there's zero tolerance on the bullshit. Like we don't accept nothing. I tell people, if you feel uncomfortable, you tell the security. If you don't tell the security, you tell the DJ. I will put that person on blast on the mic. I don't care. Like,
one time.
I don't care. Like I'm an island girl. Like I do not care. It's a question about respect. Just respect the space, respect the people.
Yeah, no, I love it.
And I like that. And the people love it too. They're like, thank you so much. One of my friends in Paris, he was like, yo, I was looking at your recap. I was like, what's up? He's like, how come the girls are letting their drinks unattended? I was like, what do you mean? He's like, that's not something that you will see ever in Europe. He's like, but the girls in your parties, they're just leaving their drinks like on tables and stuff. I'm not telling you to do that, ladies. Please protect your drink. But the fact that they felt as comfortable to do that because they know that they are in a safe space, I fucks with it.
That's
heavy.
awesome. That's awesome. Shout out to you. And you can really see that's why you're gonna continue going places and bigger because you know your music doesn't discriminate, your vibe doesn't discriminate, you don't discriminate, and you create that environment for people to be authentically themselves because that's who you are.
That's who I am.
You show up authentically as you're so you mirror that to other people.
For sure.
You know what I mean? People vibe off that. Can you like talk about some of the recent projects you did, or maybe one of the projects or events you did that really stood out for you and you said like, yeah, this is going down in history. This is my top
vibe. VIBE.
The cover was stupid.
I love the cartoon.
You knew what time it is, and that's why I knew that you have the Missy Elliott gene in you.
You're the first one to tell me that.
You have to be. I wanted to say, but I don't know if you're a good friend or not. But if Missy Elliott was a DJ, she'll be you, right?
For sure.
And your whole family is like super creative. Like your cousin is Yuri. Me and Yuri wrote people don't know. Me and Yuri wrote a comic book. We have a whole treatment for a comic book series of me and Yuri, and we both create our own characters. Yeah, like we wrote scripts. Me, Tata, and Yuri have done.
Mad.
Tata's been to Yuri's house. We've done a podcast over there. Yuri's house.
Yeah.
You're part
Yuri's like, I remember one time
They're like the weigh-ins now.
Yeah, we are.
I swear, I shared something of you like years ago. I think it was like 2019 or 2020.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, that's my cousin. I said,
Yo,
Yeah, that's my nephew.
Oh,
that's my brother's son.
I was so crazy about not only how proud he is when he speaks about it. He's like, that's my people. That's my people. It's like, he asked me, KIDCRAYOLA, that's my family. That's my family. Like, I don't know. Like, I met her through, like, hey, listen, we have this radio show we're doing, and I met her through that, and I just always follow your career.
For sure. If not Vibe, the new one that I did right now, I did it with one of my DJ friends, Waklex, and his collective called Play Black. We started R&B night. So it's a certified lovers VIBE, and it's play R&B from all decades, all night. We started, this is our second edition that we did last week, and we were about 400 people. When we started, we were 200 because we were like, yo, what if people don't fuck with R&B like that?
No, they fuck with R&B, man.
Oh, they fuck with R&B.
No, listen.
Yeah.
The Morning Detour needs to get in bed with this R&B thing with you guys. We need to go up here because we have an R&B album coming out right before Christmas. Me, Nels, and Tata.
Really?
Yeah. It's called Toxic Love.
He's gonna put on the perm wig.
Yeah, it's called Toxic Love. It's gonna be nothing but toxic music out there.
Send it.
But you've been doing the sip and pain thing too.
Yeah, I do it with Jay Martinez. I work with them twice. I think, I worked with them twice, and then I worked with Jay when I did the pool party as well. It was nice. It was nice, but that's Jay's project. I was just bigging up. I love to support. I love to support the people from the city for sure.
And so with everything that you do, who inspires you the most? So this is going to be a twofold question. So in general, who inspires you the most, and what are your top DJs that inspire you?
Who inspires me the most? That's a big question. I would say, okay, so the person that is like my biggest inspiration, I would think is like my best friend. His name is Chris. Chris one day told me, "What are your dreams?" And I'm a Capricorn, so like I tell things that you can do, And he was like, "Nah, I need you to give me like bigger dreams." And I was like, "Why?" He's like, "Because if you have a completely delusional dream, you'll do all the little steps to achieve that." So he's like, for you to go and move forward, you need to have like big dreams. Hence why I became DJ KIDCRAYOLA. Hence why I created Vibe Benders. And he's a big source of inspiration because he never stops. Like, he has many hats. He's a designer. He's a dancer. He's a house designer. He does so many things. And he's a source of inspiration for me, for sure. And my brother, for sure, because he's the reason why I am who I am and I do what I do. He was my biggest supporter. My family too, but he was like #1 fan for sure.
And top DJs?
Top DJs? I don't have a top DJ.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I can't pick
She's
a
the top
DJ.
of top, you know what I mean?
I like, it really depends on how I feel, like sometimes maybe I'll listen to like some Jules, and then another day I'll listen to like Major Leagues, and then another day I'll listen to Jokey from Selection. Like, I'm such a moody person. So it's not a question of like who's my favorite, is who am I feeling like listening to today.
Taking Vibe to a whole other level. You flowing with the vibe.
Exactly. But there's a lot of DJs in Montreal that I really respect because they work their asses off. Like female, like female DJs. We got Kahaba is not from Montreal, but she was in Montreal. Kahaba, Mensa, Tall and Skinny. Those are like DJs that like they've been there for a long time. Taima, DJ Kelly, Fafa Khan. Those are like DJs.
Fafa Khan,
Fafa Khan is like OG. Like a lot of people know who she is, but then I feel as if there's a lot of people that don't, and that like mind bothers.
If you don't know Fafa Khan popping, boy.
Yeah. Fafa Khan popping. Like she's an OG. Like we had a conversation. I was like, yo, Fafa, you need to talk your shit. I'm gonna need you to be a bit louder. We got to sit down Fafa on the raw joint. For real?
Yeah, we got to sit down Fafa.
Get Fafa for sure.
But you have an upcoming. Well, you have plenty of upcoming events. You have like one on the 14th. You got one tonight or tomorrow. You know what I mean? But you have one coming up with Uncle Waffles. So talk about that a little bit and how that came about.
So Uncle Waffle, it's Waklex. You see the guy that I do the VIB parties? So basically Waklex was one of the main DJs over there, and they were like, who you want to do it with? He was like, nobody other than Kid. Because honestly, if you see a DJ lineup and there's Waklex, and then there's me on the lineup. Just buy your tickets. Like, don't even think twice. Just buy your tickets. It's great vibes. It's amazing vibes. So that's how I got the gig, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited because Uncle Waffle is popping right now.
No, we're gonna be there. They invited us. We're gonna be in this. It's gonna be a busy day for us. We had CBC earlier. It's gonna be a busy day for us. We're trying to push black radio to the next levels, but man, it's been a beautiful thing. I didn't even think we was able to get you guys. I see you everywhere. I see you in commercials. I see you in the phone.
That's true.
Yo, we need to get you. We'll put you on the hot seat now. We don't know the name of it yet, but we have an offshoot of the show. Because it's a morning show, even though it's a mature morning show, we can't get into all the things we want to get into in the short time that we get our guests. Yeah. And we think you're one of these special people that we'll love to have a sit down with you and go an hour deep. You know, kind of like a life in times. But we're raw. We'll do dope stuff like, if you like video games, so go to like a video game amusement park and like do the interview and do stuff. We try to match the interview to the vibe of the guest. But we'll love to sit down and have a real honest conversation with you about everything, the triumphs, the obstacles, the loves, the passions. You know what I mean? Because, you're very secretive about certain things. You're open about certain things.
Absolutely.
But we're going to try our best.
Is there a boo in the mix?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Hey, once he said that, that's my cue. Yeah. Is there a boo in the mix?
There's no boo.
There's no boo.
Money.
Yeah. But money can't keep you warm in our -40 nights.
I could rent somebody to keep you warm.
Like I could buy an expensive heater.
The heated blanket. But we'll love to get you on our offshoot. We're trying to figure out a name for it, but it's just raw.
We gotta.
I'll be down.
Okay,
we can have a raw conversation. I can open up sometimes. Yeah.
I'll bring Yuri so him work.
Look, he's texting away. But for people who are just tuning in and who might not have followed you yet, like where can they follow you? Shout out your website, your socials.
For sure. My website is www.kidcrayola.com. Kid like a child, Crayola like the crayons, one word.
Crayons are expensive.
Exactly. And on TikTok, it's Kid Crayola with 2 eyes. On Instagram, it's Kid Crayola. And follow my collective page, which is the Vibe Benders on Instagram.
Shout out to you.
Thank you.
Shout out to you. Doing big things. It's been an honor to have you on the show today. Many more to come. You know what I mean?
Thank you for having me.
Don't be a stranger. You were in here, the inception of the detour. So it's a good look, and we look forward to seeing you perform at Uncle Waffles.
I can imagine the price to get her now, because we have our 6-year anniversary coming up in October.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
No, we know that. We're like, we can only afford Kid Crayola for 30 minutes. but it's gonna be a good 30 minutes though, because that hour set might look a little different. We have a lot of different things going on. Munch on My City. It's 8:56 in the morning. We're gonna close out. We have Jasmine coming up next. We're gonna finish up the show with Burna Boy. Thanks. What's it called? Piano.
I'm a piano.
I can't say that.
Really?
That's too much words.
It's piano with ama in front.
I don't say words with more than 10 letters. I move, bro. I move. Make sure you get your tickets for Uncle Waffle. Should be here on I don't know why people
on September 14th.
September 14th at the Rialto. That's where you know something is going down. Because Rialto don't do no joke events. Rialto. When I saw Rialto, I saw Kid Crayola, I'm in there. I'm in there.
It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be a party.
We can't take a call because they always get on me because I go over my time.
Damn.
Okay, hold on. I'll take the call.
Bring a fan. Because it's gonna be hot. You wanna take a call?
Yeah, I'll take a call. Hello, good morning. Oh.
Can't hear him.
Oh, hello?
What is that?
I don't know what that is. Hold on. I don't know what that is. Oh, I probably started the CD.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, hello.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Yeah, I wanted to do a shout out to Kid Crayola, and I wanted to ask for a song, for music.
What about her music?
Is what?
No, I didn't catch that last
part.
part.
To ask for a song.
You want to ask for a song.
You want to ask for a song?
Yeah. I want.
No, I don't have time.
She shouted out her socials. Go follow her, Kid Crayola, on
what you got people calling
Instagram. You know what I mean?
What you got?
I know about her. I know her, but me, I'm asking for you to play.
Yeah.
I can't play the song. We're already sequenced.
We're gonna play her next week.
We're gonna play her next week. Dude, you calling for song? We think this request live. We can't do that. I'm gonna play some Burna Boy. Thanks for J. Cole. Munch on My City has been a beautiful one. Me and Tato will be in Ottawa tonight. We're gonna turn up. DJ Nels once again killed it on the mix. Make sure you follow the playlist: Apple, Spotify, The Morning Detour. Shout out to everybody on the Facebook, on the Twitch, on the YouTube. It's been another Friday. Let's get to work. I should play the song.
Motherfucking thanks I
What's
get.
up, my city?
Proud every chance
I'm gonna go
I
all the
get.
way to 5940. You know how we do things. It's a new Burna Boy. J. Cole.
Know where it started from. But do a bun, I still apply pressure. Stick up on you on a silent one. Be that person. I showed you how to really do this thing. But do a bun, and the blueprint of course. And I gave you Afrofusion. No words can